Morning class. Today's video we're going to go over quadratic regression. Make sure you have your calculator for this. You will need your graphing calculator to do this assignment. You will not be able to do it without one. Alright? So quadratic regression is when you take a table and you take the information and you get it down into a quadratic. So keywords to look for: quadratic equation, or when you have an x and a y and it's talking about a function that is a quadratic. So here we go on the notes. What you're going to have to do is you're going to go through these steps. So I'm just going to write them down up here on the top. The first step is you need to go to the Stat menu. Second step, you go to Edit. Third step, you're going to, on your L1s, you're going to put in your X values. On your L2s, you're going to put in your Y values. This is very similar to linear regression. Step 4, you're going to go back to Stat, and you're going to scroll over to Calc. And then step 5, you're going to put in quadratic regression, and then you're just going to push enter at the very bottom and it will get you your quadratic. So now we're going to go through those steps on our calculator together with this table. So question 1 says find the quadratic equation for the relationship of a horizontal distance and the height of the ball round to 3 decimal places. So our first step, we're going to go to Stat, menu, Edit. So that first one. Now for our L1s, we're going to type in all of our X values. So I've got 0, 2, 6, 9, 12, 13, and 15. So type them all in. Now we're going to move over to the next category in the L2s, and we're going to type in the heights. So we've got 4, 8.4, 12.1, 14.2, 13.2, 10.5, and 9.8. So we have our information now. We're going to go back through to Stat. So we did the first 3 steps. We Stat, Edit, we typed in our L1s and our L2s. Go back to Stat, so come over here, click the Stat button. Now we're going to right arrow over to Calc. In the Calc menu, you're going to go down to Quadratic Regression. You're going to push Enter. And then you're just going to go down to where it says Calculate and push Enter again. And there is our quadratic. Remember, the A goes in front of the x squared, the B goes in front of the x, and the C goes in front of, goes at the end. This says round to 3 decimal places. So we're going to do this to 3 decimal places. So we would have y equals, our A value is negative 0.11, and that 7 is going to round up to an 8. X squared, so there's our A value, plus, now we get our B value, 2.112, and that 4 means it's going to stay the same. There we put our X, plus 4.215, and that 0 means that 5 stays the same. So there's our quadratic. Now it says use this function to find the approximate maximum height of the ball. So we're going to go back, we're going to now go into y equals like what we did the other day, and we're going to type in our graph. So negative 0.118 x squared plus 2.112x plus 4.215. And then we'll hit graph. Now, you see, we cannot see our graph yet, so we're going to have to zoom out. So if you go zoom and number 3, zoom out, push enter one time to zoom out once. So our vertex is somewhere over there. Now we just go second, trace. Your vertex is going to be a maximum this time. So left bound, we go to left side, we're on it, push enter. Right bound, we've got to go to the right side, push enter, and then when it says guess, push enter. And we end up getting a maximum of about 8.949, 13.665. But we just needed to know the maximum height. That was the point, so the height is going to be my y value, which is just 13.665 is going to be the height of what we needed. I'm going to stop the video here. We'll do one more example.